My name is Richard, and thank you for spending this time with me. Today I'm going to talk about what you should do when somebody actually comes across your content and engages. So by that I mean they like it, they comment, they shared it. That's crazy, they do stuff with your content. Just what exactly should you do? We all get to that point where someone starts to engage with our content, for whatever reason, if it's your first post, if it's your 51st post, and somebody eventually comments, they like it, or they share, what exactly should you do next? Especially if you've got a product or service that you're offering. I mean, that's the point. That's why you're on social media. That's why you're on these platforms, and that's why you're creating content. There's a point to it. Well, the last thing that you want to do is start to talk about your product or service. And if you were in the real world, not if you were, you obviously are in the real world, but if somebody you went somewhere, or you're sitting maybe on the train or the bus, or you're standing in the foyer of some building that you're going into, and you happen to be wearing something and somebody compliments you on it. There's, oh, that's a nice scarf, or maybe that's nice shoes, or I like your jacket, whatever it would be. And if you suddenly turn around and looked at the person and say, well, would you like to get married? I mean, that's weird, isn't it? I think it's weird. If somebody did that to me, I'd really be freaked out. So it's kind of the same thing on social media. If someone just comments or likes your post, you don't immediately want to engage them in any sort of binding activity. You just want to, if they leave a comment, maybe ask them a question. Oh, thanks. What makes you say that? And they could just, maybe they comment back. Maybe you never hear from them again. Or you want to keep it very light-hearted, and maybe just have an element of curiosity when you are engaging, especially in the comments. The last thing that you want to do is start throwing things about your product or your service, or maybe your cause if you're an NGO. That's the last thing that you want to start doing in those engagements. That can obviously be later down the line if you've gone through some qualifying conversation, some depth, you've built up some rapport with this person, and they actually are interested in hearing what you do and what your products and services can do for them. So the last thing you want to do is talk about your product. And remember, have a normal conversation. You are human, like they are human, hopefully. And that's kind of what you want to do. That's the point of the social media platforms, is that you want to create connections with other people. So I hope this has been useful. If you don't have a content planner at the moment and you're wondering what I'm referring to, this 15-minute content planner, why don't you head over to my website at richardtalks.co/15 minutes, and you can download my 15-minute content planner for free, where I'll show you how you can create 8 weeks worth of content in just 15 minutes.